The second lady we chose, Lisa Kirkman, she also had MS. She had just found out recently that she had been diagnosed with MS. And the bills. The interesting thing to me with her was that she worked in the insurance industry, and even though she worked in an industry, she had no idea what the ramifications as far as bills were going to be. They started piling up on her. She had a very old furnace system, very inefficient. And one of the other things that compelled us to choose her was the fact that she gave so much to the community. She volunteered for a teammates program. She volunteered at her school as far as teaching kids. She just did a number of things for the community that seemed to push us. Well, a well-deserved person just really needed a break, and that's why we chose Lisa Kirkman.
I really needed this furnace because my original furnace that I had was a 38-year-old furnace that was original to the home, and it was pretty inefficient. It was just getting to a point where it was something that I knew I needed to replace. I had been saving up money to do that. It was actually in my future plans within the next couple of years to get that replaced, hoping that the furnace didn't fail prior to that time. But in July, I was actually diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. And it was something that I had went in for. I had had a back injury and thought that I had slipped a disc. I had some numbness and tingling and pain in my hands. And when I went in, they started doing testing and found out that I actually had MS, which is a progressive disease. It can affect everybody differently. It's very hard to pin down a diagnosis and to determine that that's what you have. So you go through a lot of MRIs, spinal taps, lab works, things like that. And I work for a hospital, so I knew kind of what I was looking at financially, but it still took a very, very large toll on myself as well as my bank account. So at that point, I was very unable to afford a new furnace with all of the expenses that I was having at that time. And will continue to have over the course of my years. So with medicines and testing on an annual basis, it's still going to be something that adds up. And so the furnace was phenomenal. That was a huge relief for me financially, to not have that worry about how I would pay to replace something like that. If I hadn't gotten this furnace, my life would be a lot different just financial wise. I would have been worried about how to pay for both a furnace as well as my medical needs, additional medicine and testing, ongoing things that I'll have for the remainder of my life. I probably would have had a lot of extra stress just worrying about how I would be paying for both the furnace as well as medical expenses. So to get this gift was an amazing gift.
Lisa had a 38-year-old inefficient gas furnace. We came in here and yanked that one out and put in a Bryant, a 92% efficient furnace. I'm happy to learn that she's already noticed a reduction in her gas bills. We also installed a humidifier to deal with some comfort issues, so hopefully the combination of two will add up to better comfort and more efficiency.
I want to thank Bryant and everybody that works there for this gift. They'll never know, sorry, how amazing it was for me. Sorry. They made a huge difference in my life, and they came through at a time that I really needed that.
Bryant, whatever it takes.